Well, thank you very much, Ian, for being here tonight and allowing us to celebrate all the achievements that you and your co-founders made with Codan. The speech that you gave was absolutely excellent, and I hope that you appreciate that the words that you said really did inspire a lot of people. In fact, the Swedish keynote, Magnus Melander, said they actually had he got a little bit teary in his eyes, just reflecting upon the achievements of somebody who maybe didn't quite know what he was doing when he got involved, but has really created so much value for so many people. So I just wanted to say thank you for all your efforts, Ian.
Thank you very much, Kimon. What I said was right off the cuff. It was a reflection of the early days of the formation of Codan, and it spoke about what we did and what we had in mind. And as far as seeing the company where it is today as a public listed company, none of those thoughts were in our mind whatsoever. We would just do whatever we could for people that came and asked us to do this, do that, or do something else. It wasn't until we got involved in a high-frequency radio single sideband that we won a contract which gave us the critical mass to be able to move on. But one of the principal things that was brought to the company was introduced by my late colleague Jim Bettison, who organised that we should be all dreaming the same dream. The principle being that if you've got somebody on your payroll that's an excellent engineer or whatever it is, makes a good contribution to the company, but for some reason or other doesn't quite see the future in the same way as the company does in general, then, believe it or not, he shouldn't be on your payroll in 12 months' time. You need to have everybody in the team dreaming the same dream, and that's one of the significant requirements for a successful company to grow and work within its organisation to be different from the competitors. Now,
I'm sorry, but I have to ask a very non-serious, non-business-like question, because I heard a story about a certain founder of Codan getting into a skip, pulling out products that others had thrown out, and was in his suit and tie. Do you know who that may have been?
I remember the circumstance. It's a long time ago.
How did you know that they'd thrown them into the skip?
Well, I had a look in the skip and I had a fit, because it seemed to me that it wasn't appropriate what was going on, and I found the only way to solve the problem was to deal with it directly, with what you might call a founder's responsibility.
And I think when I heard that story, the moral of that story was that as one of the founders, you certainly had a lot of pride, and you put very much value into the heritage and into the things that have been achieved. And I think that's what that act of jumping into a skip in full suit and tie to pull out products that others may have regarded as junk, but I think you saw them otherwise. What did you see them as?
We saw them as components that were useful, and they didn't deserve to be going to the bin. I was angry, actually, at the time.
I heard that.
And I think if you're angry, you often do things that you wouldn't perhaps do if you sat back and thought about it for a long period of time. But it just seemed to be the right thing to do, and I think that the outcome was really satisfactory for all parties.
Including the components that you rescued.
Yes, of course.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Ian. And again, thank you for being an inspiration and and for providing us with your insights and your wisdom. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Kimon. I appreciate the invitation to be here. I do feel greatly honoured for the award that I've been given as the second Hall of Fame member. Frank Seeley I've known for many years, and he was the first. We're good friends, and
so that wasn't a problem that he was first?
It wasn't a problem at all. I was quite happy about that. I don't take those sort of things to heart. I'm just honoured when people say, we'd like you to do this, or we think that you deserve that. And I accept the judgment of my peers, and I'm very grateful, and I'm just sorry that Jim Bettison and Alistair Wood were not with me to be able to share in the honour.
Thank you very much. That's a wonderful way to close. Thank you, mate.